As you see, it says Conti is ready. And
그 연결하는 거 다시 보여줄래요? 안 본 사람들.
we can go to main page here and can connect using USB.
네, 연결됐죠.
Okay, this is the default page. Here we can. The important one was that main page that we can go to connection page, how we can connect to the robot, and then we have options here. We can change language, or we can do reboot, or what is important here is like this application information. We can see IP address that later we may need. Then we have move, which is today we'll basically work with this one and this program tab. The first thing is that this 2 home position or 0 position. As if we select this home position, you see that how the home position will look like will be seen here. So if I press this one, it will move to home
여기
position.
홈 포지션, 디폴트 홈 포지션이에요.
Yeah. Actually, this robot, I guess some setting has changed this one, so that's why I prefer to work with this one. And there is 0 position. You can again.
네, 요거는 제로 포지션, 아까 그 홈 포지션. 홈 포지션은 여러분이 세팅하기에 따라서 그냥 아무데나 달 수 있어요.
이게 제로보다 홈 포지션 저희가 세팅하는 포지션.
이거 왜? Can you imagine why is this zero? What is called as zero position?
똑바로 하니까요?
이게 왜 제로일까요? 왜 제로일까?
진짜
그리고 모터의 앵글이 다 0. 네, 다 지금 제로예요. 네. 요게 이게 다 0이구나라는 거 알죠? 자, 그러면 네.
Okay. The next thing is that as we change this moving to home position, 0 position, we can have different speeds for each of this. For example, from here, if I select this home position, I can move to 0 speed, and again press it and move it. This time it will move so slowly.
여러분, 이거 스피드 컨트롤인데, so this is so-called speed control with just exercise. Don't you feel any strange thing? 이상한 거 못 느꼈어요? 로봇이기 때문에 반드시 따라야 되는 룰이 하나 있어요. 뭘까요?
그 포지션을 갈 때 움직이는 방법.
그치, 그 뭘까요? 그러니까 이게 콜라보레이티브 로봇이어서 초보자용 로봇이기 때문에 설명은 다 안 돼 있는데 지금 속도를 예를 들어서 뭐 5, 10, 20으로 바꾸잖아요. 근데 얘가 좀 그렇게 안 움직였어요. 어떻게 움직였어요? 그러니까 예를 들어서 여러분 10으로 움직인다 그러면 10, 20, 30 이렇게 돼야 정상이죠. 근데 이렇게 안 움직였어요. 그죠? 어떻게 10이 무슨 뜻이에요? 그러니까 천천히 acceleration 됐다가 10에 도달했다가 deceleration 했는데 이거 그냥 근데 여러분 실제 로봇 할 때 그걸 다 해줘야 돼요. 얘는 지금 초보자용이라서 없는데 모든 움직이는 모든 것들은 뭐가 있죠? 작용 반작용이 있죠. 그게 없애려면 어떻게 해야 돼요? 네, 천천히 가속했다가 천천히 멈춰주고 이렇게 해줘야 되는데 얘가 지금 그거를 알아서 다 해준 거예요. 네, 다음. 근데 로봇에서 이게 제일 중요해요. 나중에 할 때 그 로봇이 카메라 같은 거 할 때, so when you actually work on camera, if you for the industrial robot arm, you can actually control the direct speed of it without controlling acceleration or deceleration. Then actually the robot arm will just move like or this. Or then to make it smooth, you have to actually control the kind of so-called acceleration zone. And full speed zone and deceleration zone. 이 로봇의 약간 기본적이에요. That's the kind of basics of robotics. 네, 김민경 선생 설명 좀 해주세요. 네.
And for a while, if we see that this pad will lock, and we can unlock it like this. And now let's see. Let's see different like joints here. Position. What is this? Okay, joint. If you press here this jog option, you have two different tabs here. Jog option, you will have two different tabs under it. Okay. To know this better, you should know that the robot arms will work in two different spaces. They can either work with their joints or just only looking at that in the picture here. To put it somewhere that you set, okay? Now I will first show you how joints work and then you will understand it. Example here, I have selected this joint 1, okay? And now I want to move it. And you better also look at this part because while I'm moving it, it will also change here, the angle. To see, it's also changing and you can also see the simulation here. And you will see that the joint 1 is selected here. Then joint 2. When you're working with joint 2, you should be very careful because it has the most potential to be like to hit you or like hit anything on the desk. Especially when it's on 0 position, it's suddenly completely like go this side and this side. And this is joint 2. Then we have joint 3. See? And just look at here, and when I'm changing one joint, something here also changing X, Y, Z, U, V, W. I will explain it here when I go to the task tab. Then this is joint 4. And joint 5. And this is joint 6. So it has 6 joints, 6 different joints. When we are talking about joint space, moving the robot in joint space, we mean how what value each angle of this joint should have. Like for example, at 0 position, all of these joints were 0, okay, and 0 angle. And something that you should know that for each robot we have some limitations. For example, the first joint, this one, can be from in here, I guess, from 0 to 5 joints, they can be minus 175 to plus 175, and the last one can be like minus plus 250, 15. And but when we are working in task, I guess it's better to first go to home position. When we are working in task space, we just see that end effector here, like the center of this continuous center. Okay.
여러분 이번 주 숙제는 재밌는 거 좀 해주려고 최소한 2명이 한 팀이고요. 사람은 움직이면 안 되고 로봇이랑 하이파이브 하기. 로봇이 여러분의 손을 이렇게 딱 쳐야 돼요.
So here we have X, Y, Z, okay, which means the X, Y, Z of the end effector of robot, okay. So, and it's based on by default it's see like the center of the robot at 0, 0, 0, X, Y, Z are 0, and see the end effector like based on this coordinate. For example, now X is like it's based on millimeter. You see about 400 millimeter. Y is minus 186, and now I can change it. And Y is changing. The X, Y, Z means like red is X, green is Y, and Z is blue. And I can change that. And I can change X.
여러분 이해되겠죠? 여러분들이 X, Y, G로 움직일 수도 있고 you can move X, Y, Z direction and on the other hand you can control each robot axis angle. Which one will be useful for actual robotic control? 뭐가 사실은 더 로봇한테 맞는 조절법일까요? 네, 당연히 앵글이 더 맞아요. 근데 우리가 사람에게 인투이티브하게 하려면 XYZ가 편하죠. 근데 이게 가끔 문제가 돼요. 왜 문제가 될까요? Why sometimes moving robots endpoint XYZ causes problems? 이거 왜 문제가 될까요? 초보할 때 여러분 엑서사이즈 할 때는 XYZ로 그냥 쓰면 되는데 실제로 로봇 정말 쓸 때는 엔지니어들은 섞어 쓰긴 하지만 결국은 이 로봇의 앵글을 움직여야 되거든요. Why do we have to rotate robot motor's angle, not XYZ?
XYZ랑 이거 계산해야 되니까.
그게 첫 번째고요. 두 번째는 Yeah, that's right. What happened is so-called inverse kinematics. The robot actually calculate each robot rotor's angle from XYZ movement. Therefore,
네?
그래서 사실은 못 움직이는 구간이 나와요. 그러니까 XYZ로 얘가 다 움직일 수 있는 게 아니에요. 그래서 XYZ로 하다 보면 얘가 가끔 못 움직여요. 그럼 어떻게 해야 돼요? 그 구간에 대해서 그 앵글로 바꿔줘야 돼요. 네.
And here, the one thing that I mentioned was this jog option, but I didn't explain it here. As you see, you can again change the speed for task jog or like joint jog, and you can also change something else. The coordinate is preferred to be like reference. Let's see here as 0, 0, 0, not the end effector. Okay. This tool means that like what we connect to the end effector. And jog mode, which is smooth or interval. Let's see what happens when we press this interval, and we have some values set here. We'll not change it, and then I will press update, and I will go to joint mode. Now I'm gonna jog. Okay, I will press one time, it moves. It's not like it doesn't move when I press it. It just every time it like change the degree based on the setting here. As you see. And if I change it, for example, to 10, and update again. This time, I guess it's moving more. Also in task mode. In task. Moving a little bit, as you see. Every time I press it, just move a little bit. But when we were working with like the smooth mode, let's change the speed for this task. And then you can change it by pressing it, not like just tapping on it. Okay. Now I want you to, each of you, like a little bit work with like how we can jog. You can try from here. You can work with the panels here and see. Don't move this one because this one is I'm not that much familiar with this. Like when we are working in task mode, we also have UVW, which means the rotation, I guess, against the reference. Not also sure about it, but mostly I prefer to work with this XYZ here. Rotation against like U and V, and this is double A here. The rotation against it in picture, I guess, so that's 20 origin in the picture. Okay. Can work with it for a while. 10 minutes. You can change the speed if you want, check the menus, what's your end.
What did you choose? What did you do?
It's okay. It because reached the end, like something that is not in the arrow that the robot can cover, that's why it's tough, so we have to reset it. And again, ready, So, for example, I can press again to go to home position. When it reaches somewhere that the robot cannot go, it just stops. So you have to reset it from. You can try it.
그 여러분 숙제 오늘 끝낼 수 있으면 하고 가도 돼요. Something I need to introduce is that based on the end, this is the center of this end one. 여기가 원점이고요. 이 원점에 대해서 x, y, g니까 세 개의 숫자가 필요하죠. 근데 여러분 한번 같이 상상을 해볼 게 뭐냐면, so we need to think about is that a robot arm. So let's imagine that the head of this bolt is actually the origin point of a robot arm, that ND vector. So now we only talk about X, Y, G죠. 근데 사실은 these three numbers are not enough to represent the point, corner point. What else do you need? 네, 벡터가 필요하죠. 똑같은 요 포인트이지만 요렇게 올 수도 있고 로봇암이 요거 반대로 그대로 뒤집어서 요렇게 올 수도 있죠. 그리고 반대로 요렇게 올 수도 있고 요렇게 해서 이게 UVW예요. 그래서 우리가 CNC 머신은 so when we talk about CNC, XYZs are enough. But when we talk about robotics, XYZ and UVW. 그죠? Because actually you can imagine that robot can actually suture or surgeon on your surface. 그러니까 로봇이 요새 수술하잖아요. 로봇이 여기 만약에 손에 접근한다고 그럴 때 여기 다쳤다 그러면 이렇게 접근해야 되잖아요. 여기 다쳤다가 이렇게 접근해야 되고, 그러니까 똑같은 높이에서도 C를 넣었다 빼낼 때 어떻게 접근해야 되는지, 그죠? 아니면 로봇으로 then actually when a robot inject some vaccines on your, think about that. 만약에 that if you need a massive vaccination, 그러니까 막 코로나 때 수천 명씩 백신을 해야 되잖아요. 로봇이 주사 놓는다 그럴 때 사람마다 뭐 컴퓨터 비전으로 포인트 찾는 건 쉽죠. 근데 이거보다 이렇게 들어갈 건지, 이렇게 들어갈 건지, 이렇게 들어갈 건지 다 해줘야 되죠. 그래서 그것만 머릿속으로 좀 6개가 필요하다. And then another set of 6 are 육축 로봇 암이니까 번호가 6개 필요하겠죠. 그것만 머릿속에 잘 갖고 있으면 돼요. So that's just basics of it. So far. 네.
And a valid question that you asked, I personally work mostly with camera and computer vision, and then converting changing the robot joints based on what the camera is seeing. And we also can work as you see there is something here. We can connect some modules here, like something gripper or something. You can grab stuff by changing the input values of the end effector. And something that I missed to tell you is this direct teaching. If you press this one, you can change the robot, your hand, and you can.
이게 되게 유용한 것 중에 하나.
The joint 1 and 2 are really heavy. That's why we cannot change it so easily.
배우고 있는 거예요. 이걸 이제 인스트럭션이라고 불러요.
And you can change all of them. It will be necessary for the next step that we are going to do, the programming. So now if you just, when it's green, it means that you are working in direction. And we'll press it again, and now we can jog with it. Just jogging buttons. Okay, now we are going to go to programming. We are going to write a program that we can run the robot. And when we press, we can just create a new program here. And as you see, it's kind of like we have configuration variables, and now we can add movements to it. But to know it, there is 4 different moves here against this home position. I can also add each of them, and I can like select them from here. I can remove them. If I select each of them and they turn to green, and do the setting to for like this green selected one, or variables. Now, simply I will just add a home. Oh. Home. And I will just press this one button. We just go to home. Okay. I can deactivate some of them, like I can press enable or disable, and one code can just be, like sometimes you need to check what, like you want to add 10 tons of like movements here, and you want to deactivate some of them and check other things, so you can just enable or disable some of them. But we have 4 different movements here: joint move absolute, frame move absolute, joint move relative, and frame move relative. By absolute, it means that when we like set a point, we are telling the robot to exactly move to a certain position. Okay, and when it reaches, no matter how much we run the program again, it will not move because it reached the desired position. But if we set some movements based on relative move, we are just telling the robot how much I want you to move. Okay, like for example, I want to move the first angle about 30 degrees. Every time I press it, it will just move 30 degrees. Okay, we will see now what will happen here. And we have joint move and frame move. Joint move, you know, like moving the joints, and frame move is like that task space, X, Y, Z. Okay, first one will be this joint move absolute. We are going to add one movement, joint move absolute. And from here I can edit. I have to press this edit section. And we have 2 things here, time or speed. I will explain it later. Let's first select this time. And from here, I would say add the point that I am exactly in right now, okay? And then I will move joint 1 and also joint 2, okay? And I will add current position as well. Every time I press this one, it will save current position of the robot, like here in the program. And then I will save it. We will try it again. I want just you to see what's happening here. And I will press yes and a name T1, okay, this one. And I will save it. Now, first I will also enable the home position. So every time like I run the program, first it goes to home position, and from the home position it will move to this position. Okay, it's going to home position. Going to the desired home. Again, first going to home position, and then moving to this desired home. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And now I want to deactivate this one and add.
You do this slowly.
Okay, another time. I will create another joint move absolute. Okay. First, we have to create this. Oh, I created something. Joint move absolute, and then I will edit based on time. And I will put current position as at, and then I will move to my desired position, like this one, for example. I can change because it was based on joint. I will prefer to change joints. And as you see, there's 2 seconds shown here. It means when moving to this point, how much it should take. Like 2 seconds, it will reach the location I want. If I calculate it with a speed, it will move based on the certain speed, not based on the time that I want to move it. And again, I will add another point, and I will save it. Yes. T2 again, and I wanna run it again. First going to home, and then moving to the T2. Because I had 2 different points, first goes to the first point, and then going to the second point. Okay. Again. One and 2. It's better to first add 1 point to make it more understand. Again, joint move, absolute. Okay. And edit. This time I will create a speed. Speed. And I will set this position as the desired position, okay? Exactly this position. Add. And because we don't see anything here, it's based on the speed. It says that it's based on the speed. And I will save it. Yes. 3. Okay. And now I want to run it. First, so slowly working. And then moving to the position that I wanted. It was 1 point, and it's moving to this position. Okay. I will disable this one as well. Okay. Now I want to create a frame move, absolute. Okay. The second one. Frame move. Frame move. Okay. And I will edit. And now you know the difference between time and speed, and we can work with any of them. Select time, and I better change it like this. Okay. So I want to add 2 points. First, I want robot be here, exactly here, at the point, and then I want to change the Y and also a little bit Z, and add another point, and then save it. Yes. 3, 4. Okay. Now let's run it again. First is moving to home. And then moving to first point and second point. We had 2 points and this time. Then we have joint move relative and frame move relative. Okay. First, let's create a joint move relative and then edit time. This is a little bit different from what we have. Sometimes, I also face error. I don't know what's the reason that sometimes even adding the exact location doesn't move. But after a few times I tried, I figured out that sometimes when it moves on exactly one if I change one angle, it doesn't work very well properly. I don't know why.
So
Is there any
yeah,
reason?
that actually means that that's the physically robot can't move that direction. That's why. 그러니까 이게 so actually 이게 여러분 로봇 할 때 그래서 앵글을 하는 게 에러러스예요. 보통 이렇게 패스나 포인트로 하게 되면 피지컬하게 못 가는 데가 발생을 하거든요. 그럴 때는 아까 말했던 것처럼 방법이 두 가지가 있어요. 그 첫 번째 이동하는 스타트 포인트랑 엔드 포인트를 앵글로 바꿔주면 되고 앵글 무브먼트로 아니면 그 안 되는 그 구간만 다시 앵글로 바꿔주는 방법이 있거든요. 근데 나중에 우리 해보면 초보자들은 패스로 하는데요. 결국 그거 에러 결국 다 풀어야 되거든요. 그럴 거면 그냥 앵글러 무브먼트가 다 그냥 속 시원해요. 네. So I just recommend everybody just use angular operation. That's just so it doesn't really create any problem at all.
So let's create joint. This one is a little bit different from that adding points because here we are adding something like pass or how we should move. I will try it and you will see what I mean. Okay, one single added joint. For example, from here. Okay, I will add one P1 and then I want to from register. It means that from here I want to move to somewhere else. Okay, then I will change joint 1 and also joint 2 and also change joint 3 and I press 2 and register, and now you see that red section will disappear. Okay, and I want to save this one. Yes, T5. Go to home position. Okay, the reason is that it's not moving to exact position. I changed how much you can like change it. It's not kind of like a little bit difficult to understand how much it will move. So first I will remove this, disable this home section, okay? So that you will find out, you will understand better. First I press it like this, then another time. Every time moving exactly how much like we decided the robot to move. So both for frame move and for joint move we have this. So now let's try the frame move and I will disable this one. And I will not also use this home position, but let's go to this one and edit. Let's do it a speed this time. First I will move the robot to some better position. It's okay, I guess. And again, I will add, you can consider that it's a pass, something like a pass, okay? Add a pass, but I want to tell the robot how to move it. First, we have to select it from where and to where, okay? So from here, I want to move it from here, from register, and I want to change, because it wasn't task, but I will change, for example, Y, this much. Just let's do it Y, save it first, 2, and register, okay, and save it, and T6, no, and just run it. Every time I press it, it'll just move how much we change. Okay. Now the next thing is let's add a loop.
Actually, we can continue to and actually let actually exercise a little bit.
Okay.
네. 여러분 그 오늘 지금부터 한번 그래서 해보세요. 이거 갔다 와서
네.
다음에 올려보면 안 되거든요. 로나 있을 때 여러분의 태스크는 여러분 두 가지가 있는 거 알겠죠? 하나는 그러니까 사실 기본적인 거는 모든 건 똑같아요. 여러분 포인트만 지정을 해주고 그 벡터만 지정을 해주면 로봇은 글로 그대로 가거든요. 두 번째 방법은 그래서 그걸 포인트 지정을 하는 방법이 여러 가지가 있어요. 뭘로 하느냐? 숫자 패드 앵글 6개짜리를 넣어줘도 되고 XYZ 넣어줘도 되는 방법 두 번째. 세 번째는 여러분이 갖다 놓고 하는 거 세 번째가 되겠죠. 제일 좋은 거는 사실은 요거 자체를 프로그래밍을 짜서 넣을 수가 있거든요. 그거는 아마 좀 다다음 기회에 하고요. 오늘은 여러분 해볼 거는 사실은 그거 조금 너무 이게 하이파이브는 너무 쉬운 것 같고 한 사람이 이거 놓고 로봇이 짜주는 거. 이거 너무 안 써서 닦아줄게. 이제 뭐 말할 거예요. 이 정도는 돼야 재밌지 않으려나? 휴지 좀 든다. 휴지 어디 있어요? 휴지 물린. 이거 너무 어렵나? 근데 여러분마다 위치는 다르게. 요 끝에 어디다 놓고 요거 되게 쉽죠. 여기다 갖다 놓고 찍 짜는 것만 하는데 너무 많이 짜면 이렇게 되죠. 적당히 하는 거. 로봇 디스펜서 수직 그러니까 요거 갖다 놓고 눌렀다 올리는 것밖에 없어요. 2명당 한 팀으로 해서 최소한 2명당 한 팀. 아니면 혼자 아니면 2인. 네, 3명은 너무 많고. 네, 한번 해보세요. 네네. 너무 어렵나? 오늘 하기엔 너무 어렵나? Is it too difficult for today? Do it today?
Yes, so
Huh?
it's easy.
Yeah, that's easy, right? Yeah, that's easy. 네, 한번 해보세요. 네.
Can you do it?
컨트롤러로 눌러서 하는 거예요.
아니 그러니까 whatever any easy way you can do. 아마 제일 쉬운 거는 요거 갖다 놓고 찍 인스트럭션하고 내리고 인스트럭션하고 올리고 인스트럭션해서 그게 아마 제일 쉬울 거예요. 근데 그게 사실은 쉬운 방법인데 이거 뉴로메카에서 여러분 요새 커피도 만들고 튀김 로봇도 만들잖아요. 어떻게 프로그램 짰어요? 그랬더니 자기들도 다 그렇게 했대요. 그냥 인스트럭션 버튼 누르고 갖다 놓고 근데 어떻게 하냐면 섞어서 하는데요. So they actually use mixed using. It means that they instructed and located, but this one is quite difficult to locate on a precise location. So they roughly rotate on a certain position and then they manually change it to the precise location and then instruct it. 네, 우리 소동량 짜보기 해봅시다.